PP walikuwa wameomba ya kwamba Wanjiku Thiga and other young people ambao wamechajiwa wakuwe wakishikwa ama wakiwekwa ndani for 21 days. Lakini nataka nishukuru mahakama. Manake leo tumeona ya kwamba mahakama yetu, if there's any executive overreach, mahakama itasimama pale na itahakikisha ya kwamba tunaona haki kama Wakenya na kama Gen Z na kama vijana wa Kenya. Na mimi leo nilikuwa nimefika hapa kama kiongozi na pia kama wakili kuwakilisha vijana ambao wamekamatwa na ambao serikali yetu inataka kukandamiza. Na nikitoka hapa nitaenda kule Ruiru, kuna kijana mwingine huko ambaye pia alikuwa ameshikwa. Tumetoka pande za Kirinyaga, kuna vijana walikuwa wameshikwa. Tutaenda pande za Nakuru, Nyandarua na kwingineko kote ambapo vijana watakuwa wakitaka kukandamizwa na serikali. Na tunasema ya kwamba sisi kama vijana, as young leaders and lawyers, we will stand for justice and we will defend the young people of this nation to the very end, to ensure that this oppressive regime does not curtail their dreams. Because when you front young people to courts without evidence, without having done investigations, that is abuse of power, and we are telling the government that we will stand in as lawyers to defend those young people to the very end, and we know the end is justice. To the request by the prosecution to hold the accused persons for 21 days, the court has declined because it has given a very well detailed ruling that there was no evidence adduced that any accused person who is now held in the police stations will interfere with witnesses. There are no witnesses that are listed. There is no evidence that was presented to show that they are carrying any investigations. And if anything, you know, the DCA has access to our phones. We know that they are tracking all of us Kenyans who have dissenting opinion to the government. So they are aware of where the accused persons were. They are aware of the transactions. We know that Safaricom is aiding and abetting this government to track young people. So if there are any investigations they're claiming to want to conclude within 21 days, they already know. They only need 1 hour or even less to conclude those investigations. They know these are shambolic accusations they're labeling against our young people. And we know that one of the accused persons, Wanjiku Thiga, is the National Youth Chair for DCP. Yes. So we know it is also politically instigated to ensure that they paint perhaps her political inclination in bad light. And that is why we are here to stand in and to defend the accused persons. It's unfortunate to see members of parliament become tone deaf to the needs and the cries of the Kenyan people, and in specific the Kenyan youth. And I want to tell the members of parliament to remember that in 2027 they will come to seek for re-election, and the people will deal with them as they deem fit on the ballot. To be mapping out the accused persons in various courts, wherever they are, whether they are in Kisumu, whether they are in Mombasa, as long as they are young people. And I am calling out all other young lawyers, please, wherever you are, if you're in a court station where a young person or a Gen Z is presented because of the June 2025 protest, please stand in for them, stand for justice, stand to be counted. This is your moment to count for something. We went to school so that we can defend the rule of law, so that we can defend justice, so that we can defend the Constitution of Kenya.
The court has said is just two things. One, gone are the days when we can actually criminalize or politicize the criminal justice system. Gone are those days. In fact, if it will be good for people to read, and especially the head of the police, Amin and his ilk, to just read the decision today. It is nothing short of shameful in terms of what they are doing. And over and above that, it is time that we are saying that such decisions should also come with implications on the people who make those decisions. Because remember, a lot of resources have gone into going to arrest this very young lady. So many policemen who are husbands and fathers have went to try and arrest a very harmless young lady. They brought her to court. We have spent time here. And for the 3-4 days that she has been in custody, the court has said she shouldn't have been in custody.
Yes.
Who is going to compensate for those days?
Yes.
That becomes the bigger question that we are saying going forward. We will actually think of filing petitions for actual compensation, not by the government, but by the persons responsible for this. There is no shortage of lawyers who will uphold the aspect of the rule of law, and there is no shortage of very, very brave judges and magistrates who will speak to what the Constitution is saying. Otherwise, it's just to thank Kenyans for standing with us, standing with Wanjiku, and standing with everyone who has been incarcerated. Remember, someone was saying that it may only be happening to central leaders or to DCP leaders. But the more you suppress, you know, injustice anywhere is injustice everywhere. So you might have seen it on the 25th, protests happening in some areas. But yesterday, what did?
Let me remind the police and the IG that they enjoy independence of command as Article 245 of our Constitution provides. So what I want to tell them is this: they don't have to listen to Murkomen, they don't have to listen to President Ruto, they don't have to listen to any politician for them to do what they are supposed to do. So by the time they are going to seek instructions from the politicians and from the executive, they are actually going against the Constitution of Kenya. And we are going to tell them this. Last year there was a judgment against the former IG Japhet Koome in the KMPDU case, where he was held personally liable for the atrocities that were held against the doctors when they went to strike last year. So we are going to tell them this: they better follow the law, because if they don't follow the law is going to catch up with them sooner or later.
Is the role of the police to separate the exercise of their powers in order to ensure that they do not limit or prevent people from enjoying their rights. So these proceedings that we are seeing, and by the way, as we start here, we are going back to the same court because there are 4 people who are being brought from Thiga police station on a similar application. So for the people who are here, don't go very far. We are going back to argue another application in the next few minutes. We are seeing is a pattern and a serious affront to the rights of people at the Article 37. So to your question, the state is very determined to curtail that right, because it is only through that right, Article 37, that the sovereign power of people is expressed directly. So the state wants to suppress that one so that people do not come out and express themselves.
Due to their influence in the transport system, or this transport system, they are very influential. They are likely to indicate 2 of them. That is first responder, fourth responder.
First and fourth are matatu drivers.
That's your issue, Honor. They said motor vehicles.
Which motor vehicles?
That's K.
Which one? Which one is the manager?
That is Nation.
Which manager? Who is the manager?
The second responder.
The second responder.
Yes, Honor.
Is the manager
of a fleet of motor vehicles that operate within that area.
Why do you say that in that?
Connections. Their connection is connected by influence. Their connections, the transport system.
Their connections.
A clear link with in the transport system. A clear link within the transport system, within that sub-county, Kikuyu sub-county. Their system of the transport system.
Which transport system?
Involving the motor vehicles.
So they are linked to other people?
They are linked to other.
Give us the names of other people they are linked to.
The matter is still under investigation. The matter is still under investigation.
No. Simple. Do you have any reasons that you can demonstrate to the court that they will not appear before the court for trial if needed?
Don't have a clear reason. at work.
That we have is that some of your witnesses come from where they come from, right? They come from the same place.
Some place. They are likely to interfere with
Do you have any reason? Give us the reason.
their coordinations with the purported witnesses. Are likely
Give us the
to.
reason. Just give us the reason why you believe.
CCTV footage is for where? For which location? Which is the site? Old Kikuyu Road. A certain place. Where does the first respondent live? You don't know. Second, you don't know. Right?
Yes or no?
You sound.
I summoned the driver, the manager, and the owner of the motor vehicle.
Did they honor those summons?
Yes or no? The second respondent and the third one.
Second and third. You said on Tuesday.
And it's on Tuesday.
They honored.
They honored.
Their motor vehicles, the same motor vehicles to the police station.
The second motor vehicle, that is KAU 324 E, to be detained at Kikuyu police station by DC officers.
Was that bring the motor vehicles and them bringing the motor vehicles based on that? And you confirm that they are at least willing to cooperate and investigate? Yes, sir. We move on.
Yes, I'm not 100% sure.
You are not 100% sure. Let me ask you, have you do you need to stay in custody of those motor vehicles?
Have you named any of these persons who are failing by these matatus?
Investigation ongoing.
At this point, do you have them? Do you have those names, those pictures in those matatus?
Yes, it is ongoing.
Do you have the Miscellaneous or
I don't have it now.
You know the application is being done today. 15, paragraph 13 and 15. You have indicated your reasons. There are only two paragraphs. So where you have indicated and paragraph 12, but I'm interested in 13 and 15. You've stated the reasons as to why you are requesting the court to hold the subjects for 14 days in paragraph 13 and 15. Yes?
Yes, sir.
You have said they have influence among persons sought as witnesses. How is there a measuring device that measures fail? Do you even have it as this year? You don't have.
Just before the
Court on Tuesday, and they came back yesterday. Is there anything that they did that is contrary to the investigations that you are doing, or that will have jeopardized the investigations? Because that is our test case. Is there anything that they did? You are the one who made a decision to release them. Was there anything compelling that said all these things you are saying here, that they will interfere, that we do not know where they were going after that, all these English you are writing here?
It was just initial.
Yes?
It was initial investigations.
Fair enough. At that time,
Just initial investigation.
initial investigation,
Not part of the independence report.
and you released them. What changed between then and yesterday and today? That should be compelling enough for this court to deny them the same decision you made.
During the few.
we would like the court to take judicial notice of the fact that there were of the events of June.
Is that these respondents be detained at Muthaiga police station for 14 days to enable him complete investigation.
And they have fully complied and cooperated with the investigator.
Depending on how the situation will unfold, if need be, maybe through virtual. Monday, through virtual. If the situation would be worse, we don't know how it will unfold. That's what I'm really trying to agonize. Yeah.
In the meantime, can we give them freedom?
No, let's first of all deal with this. Mr. Watut, let's might be a bit tricky. Yeah. So I was thinking again of Tuesday. So unless you take Monday, maybe virtually. That's okay? Can be still at Muthaiga police station. I will see, so that it doesn't look like I'm already giving piecemeal ruling before the main one. Let's see.